A big event is happening this weekend, and for a lot of little anglers in East Alabama, it just may be their first rodeo.
It will be one of the hottest weekends of the year across East Alabama. We will tell you how high the temperatures are going to rise coming up.
Coming up in sports, the USSSA State Baseball Tournament continued yesterday. We have the highlights and score updates as EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Katie Edwards. Mike Stedham has the evening off. There is a free community event going on this Saturday, June 22nd, happening out at Choccolocca Park. It's a kids fishing rodeo and it starts at 9 a.m. The lake will be stocked with 2,000 pounds of farm-raised catfish that the kids will enjoy catching. There's an arranged special needs fishing area in a covered pavilion. Now, fishing is not the only thing that's going on Saturday. There will be bounce houses and food as well. The event organizer, Thomas Alpha Man Shelton, has fishing supplies for the kids who need them, but only while supplies last. Please bring a cooler, lawn chairs, and fishing supplies such as bait, rods, and reels if you have them. The kids will be able to keep everything they catch. It is not a catch and release event. Free parking is available for the kids fishing rodeo. There will be parking options in the nearby field next to the lake. Just turn onto Boiling Springs Road, turn left at the Choccolocca Kayak Building, and then follow the road under the parkway. Park in the field facing the front side of Choccolocca Lake. When we come back, one local church is having a huge performance next Tuesday evening.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wedowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Celebrate Life is a story of the life of Jesus as told by the apostles Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. It begins with the prophecy, goes through Jesus' birth, his baptism, his ministry, his crucifixion, and his resurrection. The entire earthly lifespan of Jesus. Don Gober, minister of music for Parker Memorial Baptist Church, says that people are making a big deal out of the fact that Celebrate Life has been around for 50 years. It was written in 1972, and there was even a 50th anniversary production of it at Carnegie Hall just last year. Gober gives his thoughts on what makes this production so special.
It's been around for 50 years because it's timeless. It's my generation grew up singing it in youth choir. Believe it or not, youth choirs are still singing it. Adult choirs are still singing it. It's being performed over and over and over every single year because it is ageless. The story is eternal. The way it's presented is ageless. It's very conversational. There's nothing super dramatic about the whole thing. It just allows the Lord to speak to you through the words and the music of Celebrate Life.
When we come back, a local park is beginning a new music series next Friday.
Spring into freshness at WM. Celebrate the season with our bountiful selection of farm fresh produce. From juicy berries to crisp greens, taste the flavors of spring at WM. Visit us today and let the freshness bloom in every bite. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Downtown After Dark is an outdoor music series beginning next Friday, June 28th. It will be happening on the 2nd and 4th Fridays of the month, replacing Anniston's 4th Fridays for the summer. Carla Eden, Main Street Director for Anniston, says everyone is welcome to come and hang out.
We encourage everybody to come out for a good time. You can bring your lawn chairs or your blankets, go downtown and go shopping and get something to eat, grab a drink, and then walk over to the park for some live music.
There will be 7 live music performances, but the event may be so popular that they carry on into October. Eden says they will just have to wait and see. Well, temperatures continue to heat up, and John Holder joins us now in the EAN Weather Center to tell us about the weekend. John?
Katie, heat is the word again this weekend across East Alabama. Temperatures continue to climb as we head into the weekend and even into next week. We will have the complete forecast details for all of East Alabama next.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
As promised, temperatures continuing to rise across East Alabama. 94 for the high today, about 5 degrees above the average. Nighttime low this morning at 67. Record high temperature 100 degrees. The record low at 57. And another very, very long day today. 5:34 your sunrise time this morning, with the sun setting tonight once again at 7:57. It's time for Friday night weather on your street. Going to take out to Joanne Drive in the Sachs area of Anniston. Mostly clear tonight. Temperature dropping down to 69 degrees. But again, most of the evening hours tonight, we are going to be in the 80s. If you like a warm summer evening, tonight is your night. Coming up on Saturday, Brockford Road in the city of Heflin, mid-90s return. Plenty of sunshine. We're taking rain out of the forecast for Heflin and all of Cleveland County and all of East Alabama for that matter. 95 for the high coming up tomorrow. Next week, some changes coming up. We'll see that coming up in our 7-day forecast. But on Ingram Wells Road out in Ohatchee, scattered showers return next week. That will be the big story. Now, the temperatures are not going anywhere. We're going to keep temperatures in the mid-90s for most of the week next week. That's going to make it actually even more unbearable because we're not only going to be dealing with heat, but also humidity as well. But the good news is some scattered showers and thunderstorms each afternoon. That will provide a little bit of relief for some folks every day across East Alabama. Here is that 7-day forecast. No chance of rain tomorrow. We've also taken rain out of the forecast for Sunday. Temperatures rising up to about 96 on Sunday. Monday, we bring back a small chance of a shower, about a 1 in 3 chance with the heating of the day. You'll see a shower. 94 for the high, as you can imagine, with some moisture around and this heat index values are going to be well over 100 degrees. Maybe the most miserable day heat-wise that we've had so far this year is coming up on Tuesday. Could be the hottest day of the year, about 97 for the high. Chance of a shower in the afternoon with the heating of the day. Then we really see kind of a pattern shift coming up beginning Wednesday. Higher rain chances, about a 60% chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday. We can use that. Highs remain in the 90s. And again, we'll stay in the 90s, but low 90s instead of mid to upper 90s. And about a 40% chance of a shower or thunderstorm. So that's better than what we've had. Some much needed rainfall and some relief every afternoon coming as we head into next week across East Alabama. Well, we want to talk about the high temperatures tomorrow, and this is going to represent, to be honest with you, probably the hottest Saturday we've had so far in 2024. You see the 96s, things like that here in East Alabama, some 97s, some 98s. We're creeping close to 100 across the state of Alabama. The only chance of rain way down here in southeast Alabama, that's only about a 15 or 20% chance. Nothing here on your Saturday. Get ready for a lot of heat tomorrow, intense heat. If you're going to be out and about with your Saturday activities, again, no chance of rain in the forecast, but deal with the heat out there. Be very smart about that with the heat coming up for tomorrow and on Sunday as well. I will be back here tomorrow morning. We'll break down your Saturday forecast for you all day long, beginning tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. I'll be back here Sunday morning and Monday morning for your breakfast forecast. And of course, I'll be back here Monday evening for EAN Local News as we will detail the forecast for the work week ahead here And that's going to be on Monday evening on EAN Local News. A lot of sports happening this weekend. It's going to be a hot time for baseball, and we've got all kind of youth baseball folks from all over the state of Alabama in town in Oxford. Big tournament going on down there. Namath Pitts, again, has all the action for you right now in sports. Namath?
Thanks, John. The USSSA State Baseball Tournament continued yesterday from last weekend, and we do have some highlights to share with all of you. Yesterday, Oxford Gold was in action as they got the win over Corner. Also yesterday, we saw Oxford Black in action. They got a win over Eclectic. Also last night as well, we've seen the Ranburne Bulldogs in action. We're going to give you a score update on all of those teams in just a minute. But the action's going on at 6 parks this weekend. There's games being played at Fields A through D at Oxford Lake. Also games being played over at Earl Martin at Oxford Lake. Games being played at Choccolocca Park, Pell City, Lincoln, and Anniston out at Fort McClellan. 6 different parks are hosting the tournament. There's teams that range everywhere from North Alabama up towards Huntsville all the way as south as Gulf Shores. And again, right now it's pool play. Pool play was yesterday and today. Starting tomorrow, bracket play will start with the championship games being Sunday at Choccolocca Park. Now, with that being said, let's see how our East Alabama teams fared yesterday in the first day of action this weekend. Let's take a look at the score, starting with the 7U. Chelsea, the Hornets, got the win over Ranburne by a score of 28-21. Pelham got the win over Alexandria 24-6. Calera got the win over Coosa 17-15. And Sylacauga got the win over Heflin 14-6. So most of our 7U teams struggled yesterday. The first game right here is 7U, Oxford Gold. They got the win over Clay Chalkville by a score of 16-0. All right, let's move to 8U. Looking at 8U, South Bibb got the win over White Plains by a score of 13-3. That White Plains team was coached by Coach Cagle. Northport got the win over White Plains 21-1. That White Plains team was coached by Coach Johnson. And then Heflin, how about the Tigers? They got the win over Pinson Tribe by a score of 13-9. Let's look at 8U, remain here. Section got the win over Glencoe by a score of 11-10. Oxford Black came back. They trailed 15-6, came back and got the win over Eclectic out of Montgomery 16-15. Gordo got the win over the Southside Hammers 19-3. And how about the Weaver Bearcats? It was a shootout. They scored 3 touchdowns, a missed PAT by Hueytown. No, but 21 runs. Weaver beats Hueytown 21-20. All right, also in 8U, Jemison got the win over Anniston by a score of 16-6. Oxford Gold, you saw them just a minute ago. They got the win over Corner 20-6. Piedmont Blue got the win over Douglas 12-9. And Tallahassee got the win over Coosa 18-5. Let's look at 9U. How about this? They scored a lot of runs for a 9U game. The Ranburne Bulldogs got the win over Coosa. This is not a typo. 32-0. That is dominance. Oxford Black got the win over Madison Blue 17-7. Morgan County got the win over Oxford White 9-2. And Gadsden beat Clay Blue 20-3. Also, Alex City 9U got the win over Alexandria 17-0. And Enterprise beat Oxford Black 12-2. Let's look at 10U. Holtville got the win over Oxford Gold 18-9. Pleasant Valley, how about the Raiders? They got the win over Buckhorn 6-0, coached by Coach Jake Swindle. And then Morris got the win over Heflin 8-5. The USSSA State Baseball Tournament continues tonight, and this weekend we will have the latest next week. That's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's go back over to Katie.
Thanks for that update, Namath, and we thank you for watching today. We especially want to thank those loyal viewers who have qualified for our Ultimate Summer Giveaway, which is going on through the end of June. Our newest group of top engagers includes Mike Sandifer, George Turner, Stephen Geyer, Kelly Robertson Greenwood, Leanna Anderson, Crystal Langston, and Karen Langley. You're all in the drawing for the giveaway, which will be held on our local sports show, The Locker Room, on July 1st. Still anyone's prize, so continue engaging, liking, and commenting on our news and sports content. Also, like our East Alabama Now page and all of our giveaway sponsors pages as well, so you don't miss anything. We'll continue to call out our top fans who engage every day until the end of June. You can be entered more than once, so keep engaging on our posts and content for the ultimate summer giveaway from all those local businesses. Along with the giveaway, you can find us every weeknight on Facebook and YouTube and on a variety of sites, including our website, the Calhoun Journal, and Newsbreak. Go to the platform of your choice and watch our news, sports, and weather coverage whenever it's convenient for you. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here Monday for your news on your schedule.